Hello walkers, and welcome to Mallards Rest Fishing Access on the Yellowstone River in Paradise Valley. We're about 15-20 miles south of, or maybe even less, south of Livingston, Montana. The river here flows north. It is April 2nd and about 11:45 a.m. 16 degrees Fahrenheit, -9 degrees Celsius. So it's pretty chilly, but the wind's not blowing. We're gonna walk down here, go down and take a look at the river. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't done so already. Leave us a comment. Any kind of comment would be great. We try to read them all, and especially like the ones that have information or corrections or personal stories, personal connections to these places. Hold on here. What am I saying here? Yeah, so it is April 2nd. Currently, the situation is we are under a shelter-in-place order, but it allows us to go walk outside if we maintain social distance. There's about 230 cases of confirmed cases in Montana of the virus. We have, unfortunately, 5 deaths, but all in all, we are way behind a lot of other places, and my heart goes out to them. Currently, the campground is closed, but the access is open here. So you can't camp, but you can come and walk. What else? Oh, let's take a look at the river real quick. Across the way are the Absarcas. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. It is very cold, as I mentioned, but in the winter, full winter, this whole river will freeze over and be pretty much all ice. And of course, in a month here, maybe a little more, all that gravel you see will be underwater because we'll be in the middle of spring runoff. I'm not sure exactly what the flow rate is right now. I think it's about, I'm going to guess, 2,500 to 3,000 cubic feet per second. It'll get up to around 20,000 or so. I think that's about right, 18, 20 at the peak of the flood. I could be off there. And we've actually had lower than usual precipitation in March, but colder weather too, so the snowpack hasn't melted as much. So we're looking okay, apparently, for fire season. What else? There are walk-in tent camping spots here, as well as, spots for RVs. It's a dry camp, but they do have pit toilets and places, pads to put your trailer or your camper or whatever. Excuse me. They also have a boat ramp here, which is what it's mainly used for in the summer. I'll show you a parking area up here where people park their trailers, boats and trucks with boat trailers, usually rafts or drift boats. More and more stand-up paddle boards as well. This is actually my second or third attempt at doing this walk because I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket right now, and I was trying to use the GoPro 8, but I kept getting a card error, an SD card error, and I think it might be because of the temperature. Hopefully this will keep the card warmer and not throw an error, and we can get through this walk. We're gonna walk down along this loop, probably gonna make a left right here, walk along the river, walk out to the tent camping only sites, and then back along this route on the right below the bench. If you like nature footage or travel footage, family travel content, we have 2 other channels. One is Amazing Nature Relaxation Therapy, and it's exactly that. You just watch nature videos. Mainly a static shot with some nice ambient nature sound. And then the other one is our family travel channel, which of course we are not traveling at the moment, so but we did just get back from Hungary and Slovakia a couple months ago, right before the pandemic really started to ramp up here. Let me get some gloves on. Try to. That's better. Couple Canada geese here on the bank. Hopefully we won't disturb them too much. But I do want to go down by the river. Give them a wide berth. Picnic tables and fire pits for better times. And a beautiful shot of the river before we continue on. I mentioned in an earlier video that I'll probably be doing more these sort of trail walks or nature walks so that we can maintain the quarantine and the distance, and also because, well, there's not a lot of other places, other towns to walk through. We've done several in Livingston, we've done Gardner, Bozeman, and so we're just gonna enjoy relaxing nature walks and anything else I can think of. Let me know in the comments if that's okay, if you prefer city walks around, see more of Livingston. I can certainly do a few more there, or if you enjoy the nature walks. I've also been spending my days commenting on other walking channels, so if you have any suggestions of good walking channels that you like, or maybe you have one of your own, please leave them in the comments below. I do read all the comments and try to respond to them all, you know, and at least the non-offensive ones, I guess. Most people are being pretty good these days. Anyway, I've been commenting a lot to support my fellow YouTube walkers. Here's the boat ramp. Little pancake ice forming on the edge here. hear it rattling around. Pretty cool. We are lucky to have these public lands. A lot of efforts on a few folks that have moved out here with lots of money, bought up some land, and trying to keep people off of it, which is in some sense they're right. But in Montana we have something called the Stream Access Law, and I think it's part of the Constitution, which guarantees every Montana citizen the right to recreate at or below the high water line on streams. So we get to fish, we get to camp, and that sort of thing, as long as we are good citizens and don't go above that high water line. Most landowners aren't too chuffed about it, but it's a community. Lots of bird action down here. You can see by the tracks. So as I was saying, this fence is here, but technically we can keep going along this shoreline until we run out of high water. We're gonna turn to make our way back though. One of the tent camping sites with a picnic table and a fire pit. Looks like we got another user here. Might be a state employee. Yep. I'll point out a few places, some of which are behind clouds, but we'll see what we can do. So due north is Livingston. Off to the left, you see that ridge. It's referred to as the Hog's Back. We'll be hiking that when the weather gets better. Over this way, just below that peak in clouds, is Seuss Creek. We're gonna hike that. And then let me see. That's Deep Creek over there, that drainage. And then over here, this way, is Pine Creek. We've hiked that, but we will, no, I'm sorry, that's not Pine Creek. Pine Creek's there. And we've hiked that before up to the falls, but we may do that again in better weather once the falls thaws. And then down there is Mill Creek, and there's a couple trails up there we can hike. Once the weather gets a little bit warmer, a little bit nicer. I want to thank you for joining us today. I know it's a shorter one than we like to do. We are, of course, limited by the environment and the situation. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy, taking care of each other and yourselves. We hope to see you back again here soon. And in the meantime, happy walking. Take care.